Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right into today's video. So I do need to do a little bit of nail prep to my nails before we go ahead and get into the set. So I will be using the slim cone bit for my cuticle area just to get any of that excess dead skin along with any of the excess product from all my past sets that I've done. Next, I will be taking this mini cuticle ball bit and going around the cuticle area just to gently buff off any of the excess dead cuticle as well, just to smooth everything out and give it a good look for when we're done with the set. It makes everything look better. And then finally, I will be taking a fine grit sanding band from Nails and Blinks and working that over the surface of my natural nails just to smooth everything out, get any of that excess acrylic from my past sets I've been doing, along with just gently removing the shine from my natural nails as well. And for reference, I do the nail prep, this main portion, at the speed of 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs on my nail drill. So I did go ahead and apply my nail tips off camera. These are the 3XL non-stick curved square tips from Kairos Nail Supply. And I'm just quickly applying a very thin layer of base coat onto the natural nail area, blending into the nail tip, just to provide a bit more strength before we go ahead and clip them down. So I did go ahead and trim the nail tips off camera, and I am doing a long to extra long length for today's set, and I'm just taking my hand file and just gently shaping up the sidewalls just to make sure it's nice and flush to that natural nail, and then I will also be straightening up the free edge as well. So for today's acrylic application, it's going to be very simple. I am using this very beautiful pink color from 𝐿 It's called It's a Girl, and it's a very beautiful pink, like I mentioned, and it has a bit of shimmer to it, so I'm absolutely excited. This is my first time using it on myself. I have used it in a past set before that I did not film, but I absolutely love the color, and I'm excited to do more sets with this color as well. So getting into the acrylic application, I took a medium-sized bead of acrylic and applied that where the tip and the natural nail meet, and I'm just gently dragging it down towards the free edge, but making sure to wipe the sidewalls just to keep that nice square shape, and then just perfecting it where I feel like it needs to be. And then for my second bead, I did take another medium-sized bead of acrylic and I applied it right on top of that previous one, and I'm just taking the tip of my brush and just very gently pushing up towards the cuticle area just to make sure it doesn't flood into the cuticle area, as well as just giving it a nice flawless application. And then after I perfected that and cleaned up where I needed to clean up, I'm just gently dragging that down towards the free edge as well. And then here I'm just applying another bead of acrylic where I feel like it needs to be. So this one was just a small bead, and I applied it right in the center and just kind of blended it up towards the cuticle area as well as down towards the free edge. And that is what the application looked like. So I will go ahead and let the rest of this play out just because it's pretty simple and it's super repetitive, and I don't want to just keep explaining the process over and over. So yeah, I will come back in when it's time to shape and file. So this is what my application is looking like. It's very beautiful. Like I said, this color is one of my favorites now. And the application just came out super good. So getting into the filing, I'm taking this 5-in-1 nail drill bit, and I will be going around the cuticle area just to make sure it's nice and fleshed out, natural nail, and it gives it more of a natural look when we finish this nail set. And for reference, I do have my drill at the speed of 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs for this step. And then next, I will be taking a medium grit sanding band from 𝐶𝐳𝐵𝐵𝐺 and working that over the surface of the acrylic just to smooth everything out. So when we go in with any type of nail art, it's pretty smooth pretty much. And again, for reference, my drill is at the speed of 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs when using the mound drill bit as well. And then finally, I'm just taking my mini buffer and buffing over the surface of the nail, not being too gentle, but not being super rough to where my nails will pop off. This is going to help provide more of a smooth surface, so when we go in with any nail art later, it's pretty much smooth and it just provides a flawless application for that nail art. So these are our nails after they've been shaped and filed and buffed and everything, and this is the color palette I will be using for today's set. So quickly before I get into what we're doing, if you haven't noticed by the thumbnail, I am just quickly taking this red gel polish and painting it over the entire nail on the pinky. If I remembered what the inspo pick looked like before I did this, I probably would have just used a red acrylic for this step, but no worries, I'm just taking that red gel polish and applying it over that nail and then curing that in the light for 60 seconds. So here is the inspo pic for today's set. I did find it on Instagram. I will also have her at right under it as well, so you know who the nail artist is. So we are doing the very trendy like strawberry nails that have been going around recently. So yeah, so getting back to the nail art, I will be doing a red Frenchie on the ring and the index finger. So just taking that same red gel polish that I used on the pinky and drawing the smile line for that, and then I will go ahead and infill the tip of that as well. After applying your gel polish, you do want to make sure you're wiping the sidewalls just to keep that nice shape that you have, and then go ahead and cure that in the light for 30 seconds while you work on the next nail. And then for the middle and the thumbnail, I will be doing the same thing, just with the pink color that I mixed. It's more of a deeper pink that I had, but I added just a little bit of white to kind of lighten it up and give it more of a soft pink color. So again, just taking that liner brush and drawing the smile line for the snout and then infilling the tip of that. So here are what the nails are looking like so far. I did go ahead and do 2 coats of each color on top of like the previous coat that I did, so that way it's more pigmented. Now getting into the rest of the nail art, I'm taking that soft pink color that I mixed and I am just doing an outline right under the red French nails just to provide more detail, more color. For some reason though, when doing this like portion of the nail art, it was so hard to do the other, like the outline in this pink color under the smile line, and for some reason I don't understand why it was so hard, because you would think you already have the last like outline from the smile line so it'd be easy, but no, for some reason it was so hard to do this. But after I perfected it, I did go ahead and cure that in the light for just 15 to 30 seconds just to make sure I got a quick flash cure, and then I did go ahead and do the same thing on the ring finger. I just quickly wanted to mention I did not show the process of me doing the same thing on the middle and the thumbnail, but it is just the same process but with the color red under that pink French tip. So here you'll see that I did that. But getting into the rest of the nail art, I am going ahead and just taking a dotting tool and that red gel polish and drawing some little strawberries on the middle nail. Now these don't have to be super perfect, because if you've gotten strawberries before, you know they don't all come in the same size and shape and everything, so you can go ahead and do different sizes, different shapes and everything. I was just using my dotting tool and applying it where I felt like I wanted to and how big and how thin and everything like that. But after I did do that, I did go ahead and cure that in the light for 30 seconds, and now I'm just taking this green like jelly-like gel polish that I have and doing like the little stem leaf type of thing on the strawberry as well. So what I do is I just draw like a small line across the top of the strawberry and then just do like some little pointed lines going outwards just to give it more of that effect. And then before I cure that, I do switch back to that very light pink gel polish that we mixed and just did the little dots in the center of those strawberries just to give it more of that like strawberry look. And then after that, I did go ahead and cure that in the light for 60 seconds to make sure it was fully cured. After I cured that, I did decide I want to add a little bit of dots to the strawberry nail, so that's what I'm doing here, just taking the smaller end of that dotting tool and just applying little dots there. And then I went ahead and just cured that for about 15 seconds while I moved on to this nail. So for this nail, I am taking my dotting tool and using that pink gel polish color and applying 2 dots side by side, and we will be doing some hearts. And then I will also be adding tiny little dots around the hearts just to give it more detail so it's not so like empty looking. And then after that, I do go ahead and cure that in the light for 30 seconds as well. So after completing all the like gel polish nail art, I will be going ahead and adding some charms. So here I have this big thing of like this big charm box that I got from Walmart, and it's actually way bigger than I thought. Like the picture looked like it was about the same size as like the container that the rhinestones come in, but no, this is like 2 times bigger than that. So I did go ahead and quickly just pick out a few little pink bows that I will be using for the set. So on the index finger, I applied a little bit of the Betty Core rhinestone nail glue where I want to place the bow, And I'm just taking my super gloss top coat from Acrylic and applying that over it, so that way I don't have to try to figure out how to apply it around that bow. And then after I got a good coverage, I will go ahead and just quickly wipe the sidewalls just to keep that shape. And then taking that bow, I will apply it right where I place the rhinestone glue. And after I've perfected it to where I want it to be, I will go ahead and cure that in the light for 30 seconds. So I will be doing the same exact process here on the ring finger, but using a heart charm. So again, just taking that rhinestone glue and applying it to pretty much the tip of the smile line, and applying that top coat around that as well, so that way I don't have to top coat around it later. And then after I've completely covered that, I will go ahead and wipe the sidewalls down like I mentioned before, just to keep that shape. And then taking my tweezers, I will go ahead and apply the little heart. But later on, you will see that I did not like how the heart looked. For some reason, I just wasn't feeling this heart. So off camera, I had to go ahead and switch it to this one here. That's more of a pearly type of vibe going on. And now for the thumb, I'm just doing the same thing that I did on that pointer finger, just applying a bow here. So I will go ahead and let the rest of this play out, and then I will pop back in just a little bit. So after I applied that bow charm on the thumbnail, I did go ahead and cure that in the light for a full 60 seconds to make sure all the nails were nice and cured. Now I'm taking that top coat and applying it to the middle and the pinky nail to secure that design that I did on those nails. And then after that, I will wipe down the sidewalls just to keep that shape like I've been saying. And then I will go ahead and pop that in the light for 60 seconds to make sure it's nice and fully cured. That is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!